Who can tell me what we're learning today in math? Who can tell me what we're learning today in math? Oh, I love when people thinking. Eyes on, nice and loud. Keelan. Nice. Today we will find out if a two-digit number is odd or even. Now, we've already worked with odd or even numbers, yes? But we worked with one-digit numbers. Today we'll do two-digit numbers. Now, with one-digit numbers, it's pretty easy to figure out if it's odd or even. We can use our strategy, right, that we modeled. So, for example, I have 8 cookies. How many cookies? 8. How can I split them fairly with Miss David? Split them fairly. What do I mean by splitting them fairly? What do I mean by splitting them fairly? Eyes on Amari. Split them into 2 groups evenly. So one group will have the same number as the second group. Let's see if this works for my 8 cookies. So I have 8 cookies. Remember, when you do a model, you gotta label the model so we know what we're doing. I have 8 cookies. How can I split them between me, or said I, and Miss David, right? You guys help me. We're gonna count up till we get to 8, splitting them evenly. So 1 for me, that's 1. 1 for Miss David, 2. 1 for me, 3. 1 for Miss David, 4. 1 for me, 5. 1 for Miss David. 6. 1 for me. 7. 1 for Miss David. 8. Do I have 8 total? Yes. How many do I have? How many do I have? I saw Serena. How many does Miss David have? How many does Miss David have? Novelle. 4. I have 4. Miss David has 4. Do we have the same amount? Yes. So is 8 an even number? Yes. Was I able to split 8 cookies fairly between me and Miss David? Yes. Great. So this model, right, splitting up one by one, makes sense when you have a one-digit number. Let's see if you guys can also practice this too. Just like we've done this before, right? The one-digit, even or odd. John and Kate always share their cupcakes evenly because they're such good brother and sister. Some days they have 4 cupcakes, other days they have 5. What do you think happens on the different days? So I need a model, right? We label our models. For John and Kate when they have 4 cupcakes, and for John and Kate when they have 5. Which day are they able to split it evenly? When they have 4 cupcakes, or when they have 5? We have 5 seconds to do this. This is a small one-digit number, and we can keep it moving. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boards up. Man, I love how I'm put her board up right away so I can see what she's doing. I love how Kenneth is about to put his board up. All right, boards down. Which day were they able to split the amount of cupcakes evenly? Which day were they able, when they had how many cupcakes? Serena?
4.
Which day were they not able to split it evenly? Which day was an odd number of cupcakes? Taylor?
5.
When they had 5. All right, erase your boards, markers down. A number that can be split into 2 equal groups of whole numbers is called an even number. We already know that, right? When we can split a number into 2 equal parts, it's called an even number. A number that cannot be split into 2 equal groups of whole numbers is an odd number, right? We already said that. Is 14 even or odd? Is 14 even or odd? How can we figure out if 14 is even or odd? How can we figure out if 14 is even or odd? Eyes on cross. You can split it, right? So let's pretend. I'm going to pretend, right? So cross me, right? Just for the sake of the mod. 14. Let's split it in. See if we can split into 2 equal parts. So cross has 1. I have 1, 2. Cross has 1, 3. I have 1, 4. Cross has 1, 5. I have 1, 6. Cross has 1, 7. I have 1, 8. Cross has 1, 9. I have 1, 10. Cross has 1, 11. I have 1, 12. Cross has 1, 13. I have 1, 14. Great. we're done. We got to 14. That's the number we split. We count until we get to 14. How many does Cross have? How many does Cross have?
No.
How many does Cross have eyes on, Linda?
7.
7. How many do I have? How many do I have eyes on Kenan?
7.
7. Cross has 7. I have 7. Are they the same amount in each group?
Yes.
So is the number even?
Yes.
That's right. Let's keep it moving. Ooh. So is 14 even or odd?
Even.
Even. Now, 14, right, is still a pretty small number. But what happens when my numbers get bigger? What happens when I have more than one 10? How can I split it into 2 equal groups? It's not going to make sense to draw out my circles every single time. It's going to take up too much time. So I want to show you a trick. 10s can always be split into 2 equal groups, right? We have a 10 stick. On one side we have 5, on one side we have 5, and we have a total of 10. They're always going to be able to be split into 2 equal groups. So if they're always being split into 2 equal groups, do we need to worry about the 10s?
No.
No, we shouldn't worry about the 10s. When we have a big number, we should just look at the
ones place.
Ms. Martinez, what are you talking about? Let me show you. Look at the number 31. Does it make sense to draw out 31 circles?
No.
It would take forever. We would never get out of this place, right? So, what did I say? Do we worry about the 10s?
No.
Because the 10s can always be split evenly, right? So what we do a new mod. 31. I put my 10s on top. 10, 20, 30. I don't worry about the 10s. I split my 1. So I go 1 for me. Well, I don't have any more. Is this an even number? Look at the 1s. How did I split the 1s? Do both sides have the same amount of 1s?
No.
So is this an even or odd number?
Odd.
That is correct. Let's look at another number together. 65. You guys do 65. You guys do 65. Is 65 even or odd? Remember, are we worried about my 10s?
No.
So put your 10s on top and then split your 1s. Quickly. Sit. Chelsea, hurry up. Come on. You're late. Like, you're walking in here. Like, I don't get it. Have a seat. We're splitting. Remember, if it's even or odd, you have to write it down. Write the word odd or write the word even. We're done in 5. When I get to 1, all boards are up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see it. All right, awesome job. So 65 is a
Odd number.
It's an odd number because after we forget about my 10s, who's the guy? Thank you for just putting your board down because you see that I'm dropping some knowledge and you're ready for it. I love it, Rakaya, that your marker is down and you're no longer erasing anything. Good job, Rakaya. Let's do this one together just for the sake of practice. 65. We don't worry about my 10s, right? Because we already know we can split those evenly, Kadir. So 10, 20,
30, 40, 50, 60.
We can split that evenly. Don't worry about that. We split my
1.
So let's do 5. 1 for me.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Can I split 5 evenly?
No.
So is 65 an even number?
No.
Let's keep practicing. Next number. 52. Is 52 even? even or odd? See, that's why we're doing it on our board silently. Let's see, I love how Shakai is working silently. He's putting his 10s on top of his model because he knows that the 10s are always even. That's right, so we don't worry about our 10s. We split the 1. I need to see 10 sticks on top, right? So we know what we're doing and we don't get confused. I know about Kenneth. Kenneth is done. He's ready. He has rubber in his mouth. Kenneth. You have 3 more seconds to complete this. Right? This trick makes it really easy and really fast, right? It doesn't take us that long. 3. When I get to 1, all boards are up. 2. 1. Boards up. Let's see. Is 52 even or odd?
Even!
Right, because we can split the ones place evenly. All right, let's see who's ready for the next number. Everyone's ready for the next number. Next number, 13. Is it even or odd? Remember, even though 13 is kind of small, we can do it with our new strategy. Forget the 10s, split the ones. Look at the ones place. Can I split that evenly into 2 equal whole parts? Let's go, Avery. This strategy is so fast, we don't have to spend so much time on it. Ari, the number is 13. That's a 10 and a 3. Boards up in 5, 4, 3, 2. When I get to 1, all boards are up. 1. Is 13 even or odd? All right, let's see. 5 seconds. Erase your board and cap your markers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What rows ready for better practice? We are all looking good. Nice job, guys. So today we learned that we can split big digit numbers, right? Even or odd. We can determine if they're even or odd by forgetting what? The 10. And focusing on the 1. Look at the ones place and you split the ones into 2 groups. If you can split